How we doing, everybody, and welcome back to another new comic book day vlog. Today is June 10th, 2026, and I'm right here outside my local comic book store, Multiverse Games and Comics, and it's currently 9:50. And today I have 7 comic books for this week. It's mostly Marvel, 1 DC, and 4 indie comics, I think it is. So let me read you on my paper to show you what they are. I'll start with Marvel. It is Daredevil issue 3. This is a new series that just started for Daredevil, and this is for if y'all want to start the comic books, read Daredevil. And this is a really fun new series for y'all to read, and it kicking things off from issue 2. And from issue 2, Matt Murdock, or Daredevil, he was stalked by a serial killer named Moose, and I think that's how we call his name. And he's after Matt Murdock. So Moose does not know that Matt Murdock is actually Daredevil, and Daredevil cannot sense a Moose because it does not reflect from his radar senses. And so he doesn't even know he was there when he first encountered as Daredevil. But it has Matt Murdock scared out of his mind. He doesn't know what to do, and that he could sense him everywhere, and he cannot sense him, and so he's terrified. And at the end of the issue, at the end of the page, he was walking towards the street where he was so mentally out of his mind that he's so scared that Moose could be anywhere near him, and he was about to cross a sidewalk where a community bus was about to hit him, and Spider-Man saved him. So in this issue, we're going to have to team up again with Spider-Man, because last week was Iron Man and Spider-Man team up, and now for this week it is Daredevil and Spider-Man. So yep. Next is Civil War Unmasked issue 2. This is a short mini series, and this is only going to be a 5-issue comic book. And last issue from last month, it was before Civil War started, and this one was Tony went to the future with somebody to see how it was going to be. And in the future is going to be like X-Men Days of Future Past, where Sentinels destroys all the mutants and normal people. And so that's where he was like, he wanted to put an end to put a right for the superheroes to be a law, and that's what Tony did. And in this issue is going to be the reason behind why Peter Parker revealed his identity as Spider-Man. So yep, this is the issue. Next is the Amazing Spider-Man issue 546. This is a facsimile that was released years ago, and this comic book is going to be the inspiration for the movie Spider-Man Brand New Day. And so yep, so that's basically three Marvel comic books. Next for DC, it is Barbara Gordon Breakout issue 2, and last month was her first time in jail, where Vandal Savage created his own prison where all the bad guys and all the good cops are in there and right there. And so yeah, can't wait to see what happens in this issue. Next is indie comics. It is Speed Racer issue 9. This is a really fun series. I really love this as always. And so last month for this Speed Racer was they created a new engine fluid to make the cars go faster, and few car business people were interrupted there, and they would stealing it to sell it on the black market, since this was going to be a huge breaking event, a huge invention. So yep. Next, it is Ben 10 issue 2. This is also a really fun one that they've brought in Ben 10 into a comic book series, And just like in the cartoon for issue 1, this is where he discovers the Omnitrix and he transforms into aliens. But this was different in the cartoon. In the cartoon, when Ben Tennyson first used the Omnitrix, he transformed into a Heat Blast. But in the comic book, he transformed into Forearms. And then he also turned into an alien for the second time. And also in the cartoon, he transformed into Diamond Head. And then in the comic book, he transformed into Heat Blast, which is cool. And the only thing that they changed was Grandpa Max has a beard, and Ben 10 is wearing cargo shorts instead of cargo pants, which is different. So that's the only thing I found that were different in the comic book than in the cartoon. Grandpa Max has a beard, and Ben 10 is wearing cargo shorts. And next, this is a new series I just started. It's called Skater Alley issue 2, and I'll tell you all about it when I grab the comic book and tell you when I'm back in the car. So that's all the comic books, 7 comic books, and I'm just waiting for them to open up and head on over there. So let's just wait. Okay, so we're back from the car. I got all my pulls right here, all 7 of them, and I'll show you them. First off is Marvel Daredevil issue 3, and as you can see in the cover, we got Spider-Man teaming up with Daredevil, and we're going to see what happens right here in this comic book that we left off on issue 2. So I can't wait to see what's going to happen, if they're going to fight Moose or not. And so I see there's someone right up here in another building. I don't think that's Moose right there. So yeah, Daredevil issue 3. Next is Civil War Unmasked issue 2, and as you can see the cover, and I told you in the beginning that we're going to have the story up behind why Peter revealed himself as Spider-Man to the whole world. And because in Civil War, he revealed his identity, I think in the first issue at the end of the first issue at the end of the comic, and then we didn't say why the reason, but now we're having a mini series Unmasked, which is a 5-issue comic book, and we're going to see the main story behind Peter reveal his identity. And then next, The Amazing Spider-Man issue 546, and this is and as you can see, Brand New Day. This was a comic book that they released years ago. I don't remember when, but this is what is going to be the inspiration behind the movie Spider-Man Brand New Day. And I can't wait for the second trailer to come out. They say that the second trailer, they actually announced it's going to be the final trailer that's going to be released next week. So can't wait to see what the trailer is going to be and what's going to happen. And for DC, it is Barbara Gordon Breakout issue 2. This is a fun comic book, really a tie-in to the Jorge Jimenez Man Fraction Batman series. And last issue, Barbara Gordon got thrown in jail and in a prison where Vandal Savage created, where all the bad guys that Batman, Barbara, Batgirl, Robin, and Nightwing fought, that are prisoning here, and as well the good cops that are in prison. Vandal Savage got mostly corrupted cops, and so yeah, can't wait to see what happens in the second issue. And next for Indie Comics is Speed Racer issue 9. This is a really cool series. I really love Speed Racer, and I don't know what's going to happen in this one. In the premise, I didn't read the whole description at Comic Geeks, so the cover looks amazing. This is a fun cover. We got the Mach 5 Speed's eyes and some flowers right here. I guess this is going to be what's going to happen in here. Next is Ben 10 issue 2. This is also, if y'all want to read comic books, and if y'all a big fan of Ben 10, they finally started comic books, and so this is a really cool one. I'm trying to see who this is. I'm guessing Heat Blast or someone, because this one looks different because he's all fiery. So I think this is Heat Blast. Maybe it is. So yeah, Ben 10 issue 2. And this one I'm really excited. As I said in the beginning of the video, I'll tell you all about it. And it is Skater Alley issue 1. And the reason I'm big is because there's a skateboard comic book. And the premise about this one is that it's in the near future of LA. And in the future, skateboarding is outlawed. So I guess it's like illegal or something, not allowed. And so we're in the world of a girl right here in the middle called Allie, and she's in the daytime. They said in the comic book description that Allie is passing her days in school detention, but at night she is a skater passing through, and it says that she's probably going to join in a skateboarding group, and she doesn't know what she's getting herself into. But I'm really happy for this one because I'm a huge skateboarder fan. I've watched the skateboarding videos, the skate videos, the video parts. I've watched the X Games, and I always love to watch the skateboarding events, the games, motocross and BMX. And my favorite skateboarder is Tony Hawk, and I played some of his skateboarding video games. I have mostly some of them, but I played all the Tony Hawk games. My favorite Tony Hawk game is Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2. That's my favorite one. And so yeah, can't wait to read this one. So that's basically all the comic books right here, all seven of them right here, and I can't wait to read it. And I'm mostly excited for this one, Skater Alley. So that's pretty much it for my comic books right here, and I'm happy to get all 7 of them, and I'm going to go home and read them, enjoy it, and see what's kicking things off in the next issues. And I'll see y'all the next comic book day vlog. Adios.